was beginning to feel like the only person in the world who thought it sucked.
Oh. You are the only person in the world who thought it sucked. But you're right, it didn't make sense. It made dollars.
Hello, everyone. I don't know. Yeah, I didn't really want to do the whole pre-thoughts of Ghostbusters or Ghostbusters Answer the Call because it sounds like that technically might be the real actual name of the movie. Not sure. But anyways, I decided to say no. I already have a lot of videos on that. And of course, there are annotations or whatever. So anyways, we're here to actually talk about Ghostbusters. This is going to actually be spoilers because the one that's normal usually don't get enough views or usually get views. So the one that's usually spoils actually gets it. So this is going to be a hybrid. I'm going to spoil a little bit, but not too much. And oh man, I'm going to have to drill the guy from PMI. I'm sorry, Eric. It's just going to have to happen because, dude, you missed something that was truly what the fuck. First things first. Let's go with a person who is a Ghostbuster fan. Here's what she said. Great movie. Very interesting. I love that movie. There you go. So, those who are Ghostbusters fans, you might actually love this movie. Maybe. It depends. Your opinion might be different, but that is from a quote from a real actual person who's a Ghostbuster fan. Now here's mine. So there's lots of stuff that happened in the movie. I'm sorry, time to spoil it. So first things first is the lady I said, no way. I thought she was a librarian, but it turns out she actually was a professor. Okay, that changes things because I thought she was like a freaking librarian or a moderator for a museum and that painting. And then, yeah, it's like freaking Ghostbusters 2 all over again, but worse. Yeah, but instead, no. And how it actually starts is very, very interesting. How I wanted, I forgot his name. I think it was Stein, the guy, Clear Eyes guy, even though most likely the Son of the Mask would sue them for it. I wish he was the moderator, the guy there. It would be funny. He's like, if you look over here, you have people who got murdered. And it's like, that would have been fun. That would have been a fun one to choose. It's like, oh man, you should have caught Ben Stein. But hey, I'm still okay with that guy. That guy I'd have no problem with casting. But holy frick, how it all happened. It was like, holy frick. And the messed up part is the goop was green. Slimer's goop is green. Why are we now saying, okay, all ghost gloop is forever green? It's like, can't Slimer get his signature green and everyone else gets like a blue liquid or bluish green? Like, geez, Slimer is a signature character. You can't just say, oh, everyone has green slime. That's crap. That's really crap. Oh, anyways, so the funny part is that they created a book and the book was supposed to be leaked out. And I'm just going to insert this here because I don't give a crap. This is a spoiler. So if the book wasn't actually released, none of this crap would have happened. That's the amazing part. It's like, holy frick. I'm sorry to do this, girls, but girls are smarter than boys. And then you created the monster yourself. You created your own demons, Tony Stark said. You sure freaking damn did. And the guy was using their book to actually guide them through how to actually conjure up the ghosts from their places. But just like, holy frick. The first ghost paranormal thing that they actually discovered, which was the girl. Man, wow, she got freaking slimed. But still, it's kind of fun, the fact that they do have it on footage. But the thing is that instead of cutting her out completely and just having the ghost there at apparition, they decided to keep it all and have her say the ghosts are real, so she can get fired. Yay. Yeah, that's some bull crap right there. Gotta admit, that's some bull crap. But anyways, yeah, the books, it doesn't even seem the books are selling. But yeah, this one guy actually bought the book, most likely because of what happened with, yeah, the little guy. The little guy didn't even want to get in there, so that was kind of funny. Yeah, he's like, frick that. And he's like, no, I didn't pee my pants. So, let's see. They, just like what happened in Extreme Ghostbusters, they actually put different characteristics of the original Ghostbusters in each of them, but mixed them around. So Egon usually wasn't the dancing type, but yeah, now in this case, the female version of Egon actually is dancing. Yeah, there you go. The person who is Feldman is most likely the brilliant scientist. Yeah, the other brilliant scientist who her name escapes me. Sorry, her name actually escapes me. I do know that my favorite one is Julian, who is Egon. So yeah, there you go. Thumbs up on that one. So yeah, that's basically it, I think, on that part. Then we continue going, and yeah, the guy has a freaking crush. Okay, now the funny part is that how they got their Ghostbusters logo is by a street artist, and this is as soon as Patty came in because she was the one that got the second one. So the street artist did it, and then he left. But yeah, then Jillian took it. I wonder if he ever got anything out of it. It's like, my gosh, dude, you should get paid, dude. You should get freaking damn paid. That's gonna suck. I don't know what happened to the original one. I think they just came up with it on their by themselves, but holy frick, the street artists gotta be freaking damn pissed. They're using his thing without, well, the only way how he can get pissed off is if they actually start having Ghostbuster frisbees or Ghostbuster balloons or something like that. That's when he gets pissed off because they can sell that crap and then he's not going to get any crap from it. Yeah, some bull crap. Yeah, some bull crap. That's some big bull crap. Now, here's where I'm like, so you're saying girls are smarter than boys, right? So how come in the original Ghostbusters, Egon already created the packs already? He got the packs already ready, while Julian, on the other hand, but I like Julian. It's not slamming her. How come they just have a big, massive one and they're testing that out? And well, they're working the kinks out of it. I mean, I'm not kicking it. I'm just saying to not have an original pack of their own or already have 4 packs ready. It kind of shows the whole girls smarter than boys is truly as bad as what happened with the first test of the particle stream. Yeah, drooping down. That's how this stuff. It's like, yeah, you were saying about girls are smarter than boys. You're saying. No offense to anyone. I'm just saying. I'm just saying that freaking stupid saying should be slammed as much as it can, and I'm doing it. Sorry for any girl out there who's offended. But it's good though. I do have to admit that's a good way to do things. The fact of they're going in depth on how they created the packs instead of just Egon created them himself, just wasn't tested properly. So their first test run was actually in a hotel, which is cool that the showdown area was the hotel. That was kind of cool. So let's see. After all that, oh yeah, the rock concert. I think that was it, the rock concert. Oh yeah, and don't forget about what was his name? Oh dude, I don't remember his name. But the person who played Feldman, and most likely screen name is right there. But anyways, yeah, the person who played Feldman is playing this doctor guy who is the brilliance behind paranormal activity and says they're fakes. And then of course you have, yeah, he got killed. I'm sorry to say this, but he got killed. Oh wait, that was afterwards. Yeah, that was beforehand and then afterwards when they caught the third one. And I'm glad Ozzy Osbourne got to have an appearance there. But the messed up part is to say, I'm having a flashback, Sharon. It's like, he's not married to Sharon anymore. At least I don't think so. And if they are, well, they did a crappy job on showing that they are married. But still, I'm like, why the frick you saying Sharon? Why not say, hey, mate, I'm having some flashbacks from back in the day? It's like, that's better than the whole Sharon. It's like, dude, seriously? 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 It's like Hulk Hogan. It's like, yeah, his wife, they're broken up. Yeah, that's just stupid. I'm sorry, that's just freaking damn stupid. Me personally, I was like, hey, I should use some effects in my show. Because come on, dude. Remember, he actually bit a head off a bat once. So to get that freaking guy, and now it's like, oh, the revenge of the bats you've eaten. There it is. The one that you killed. It's back from the dead and battered as hell as ever. That would have been cool. That was what I was going for. But apparently I got shot down on that idea. So that was fun. That was some fun stuff that happened there. I can't really remember all of it. It's been a while. It's been a few hours. Let's see. So after the third one, oh, Michael McDonald was in there. That was awesome. That's not his real scream, sadly. But yeah, that was awesome to see him again. Let's see. Third, was there a fourth ghost? I don't remember there was a fourth ghost. I think they tracked it down, or maybe it was a fourth ghost. There was like a few ghosts. They tracked it down, and eventually they actually decided to use a map, and they figured out who it was, and then they actually tracked him down. Oh, I forgot about the best part, or the part where I'm like, I would rather you do an overhaul than actually hire him. So Chris Hemsworth character, Kevin. All I gotta say is I don't approve. It's just mostly if you're playing an awesome part, like for instance, Patrick Stewart plays freaking Professor X, but then you have him in goofy movies. I'm like, no. Especially since he was part of Star Trek 2. I'm like, no. You can't get him in goofy stuff. He needs good roles, awesome roles. I'm sorry, but that's just how my opinion works. Chris Hemsworth, that was horrible. My choice of who they should have picked for Kevin was freaking Andrew Garfield. They could have do Spider-Man freaking references too, because it would have been kind of funny. And well, to get Andrew Garfield would be a nice little I'm sorry, man. We're sorry. We're sorry we screwed you over in Spider-Man. That's our bad. Yeah, we know we said some crap about us and we should be super pissed off. But on the other hand, we screwed you over. So here's a role for Ghostbusters. It's like, yeah, here's some more money and you're going to be part of the franchise. There you go. Thumbs up. There you go. But they picked Chris Hemsworth, which I'm like, eh. And I can see that they can't actually even do any nice little wink that he's Thor. Yeah, I saw that. They didn't make any reference at all to say, oh, the great almighty Thor. Or, wow, you, Beefcake, you have been sculpted out of the gods. But they can't do that, so they didn't do that. Most likely they're wusses, so yeah. But Kevin, my gosh, Kevin is so stupid. He was so horribly stupid. And the icons he made was so funny. See, after all of that, yeah, I already excused that. And oh, yeah, there was also the Chinese food gag, too. Yeah, they came up to the guy. They confronted him. They stopped him. He did suicide. They thought it was over, and they got escorted out. But the weird part is that why the frick did she leave the PKE meter in the freaking room? What the fuck was that about? It's like, yeah, never leave your gear behind. But she did. Yeah, what was that line again? Girls are smarter than boys, and she left it behind. Okay. So let's see. Then after that, everyone decided to continue on with whatever, thinking it was over. She grabbed the book because he had a copy of their book, so she grabbed it so no one knows. And then she looked in it, and it's like, oh frick! And it looks like he wanted to do suicide so he could become leader. And then she stupidly, which I get it was supposed to be a joke, but she stupidly went to the freaking mayor and the assistant and made her fool of herself, trying to say, it's gonna be worse. It's gonna be worse. This is part of his plan. Yeah, and then eventually he actually possessed her. Yeah, she actually possessed, I don't remember her name. Yeah, one of the Ghostbusters, and Patty freaking slapped the Holy Ghost in her and got her out after almost killing Julian. And the few proton packs have been destroyed. Maybe those were spares. I kind of hope so. And the original ones are in so they have spares, but at least 2 out of the 3 spares actually were destroyed because, yeah, thinking that is a good idea. Let's see. Yeah, then he possessed Kevin, and then all hell broke loose, and then yeah, all hell broke loose. Yeah, so yeah, there we go. Slimer was seen. Yeah, everyone suited up except for the missing person I thought was a librarian. Maybe I shouldn't know their names. I don't care right now. So let's see. Yeah, after all that, then they went against a big, massive army. Oh yeah, the police and everyone else tried to stop them, but of course it's like, dude, have you watched any of the movies before? I know Casper can't be mentioned because if they mention Casper, well, that's a new continuity. But even so, in the movie Casper, there was a Ghostbuster in there, so it's like, yeah, they can't really reference that at all. But anyways, yeah, they tried to shoot him, they couldn't do anything, and then he got possessed of them, and I can understand what PMI, what Eric was talking about. The fact of the dance thing, I thought it was going to be like some kind of freaking damn thing you see in India. The last dance sequence, where everyone decides to just dance. And I'm like, what the frick is this, man? I'm turning this off. You said it's something different. And I'm like, okay, that does make sense. Yeah, I was wondering why they just stood still like that. So the Ghostbusters went to the rescue. And this is the first time ever. And I do have to say, even though I gave crap about the whole, it took her long to actually make the proton packs, the accessory she created was very ingenious and awesome. Very ingenious. And the freaking shredder thing, it looks like that can actually destroy ghosts completely. And I'm like, holy frick, that's their most powerful weapon. Yeah, and she actually had 2 miniature guns to take people out. You also had the freaking other thing and the grenades. So yeah, they went 3 wins against the ghosts, and I was wondering how the frick they're going to capture all of them. And instead of capturing them, I was like, yeah, they're most likely going to have to do something to absorb them all into something. So with all that said, they defeated all of them. They went inside. Holy frick, there's a freaking damn vortex. Oh yeah, I forgot about the whole balloon ghosts. Freaking damn. And I forgot about the whole Dan Aykroyd scene too. I was wondering what Dan Aykroyd was doing, because listening to Eric, I was like, oh, so he most likely was a passenger in the taxi and he was driving. And while he's driving, well, he was in the back seat while the driver was driving. I thought, I'm afraid to go, ghost. Go, driver. That's what I thought was going to happen. But no, he was actually a taxi driver. Okay, that makes sense. So with, oh yeah, and note, one good thing you should notice is that, I don't know her name, but the freaking ex-professor, in front of her door actually was a sculpture of Egon, which that was very touching. That was very touching. I don't know why he's there, but yeah, it's very touching. Maybe he was like a brilliant whatever that made their university on a map. I don't know. So with all that said, the balloon ghosts, and it was kind of funny that the one that I don't know the name of, I don't even remember her actress's name. But, to use one, Mike and Molly, yeah, her. She was like, oh, I actually like a guy fat with a hat. And yeah, and the freaking balloon that looks kind of like what she just said came at her. I was kind of like, man, someone should insert her Berber. And he's just floating to her. It's like, that was funny. So they had to take those balloons down. And then you had the Marshmallow Man, which was a big wink to the first, Ghostbusters. So, oh, I forgot to mention beforehand when they were trying to get Rohan, which that's the name of the bad guy. Yeah, the unguided soul who actually was bullied all his life and name called. Yeah, he turned bad instead of helping. The front desk person was actually the person who played as their receptionist in the first 2 movies, Janine. So that's kind of cool. It was kind of fun to actually see that. That was kind of cool. And I'm like, wow, look at her hairstyle. So with all that said, fast forward back to what was going on. So they had a showdown. Oh yeah, Marshmallow Man. And of course, the one that was missing came to the rescue and gave her a Swiss Army knife. So that came in handy. That was like foreshadowing, I guess. So yeah, after that, then they finally had the showdown at the hotel room, and then you had freaking Rohan, doing some crap, mocking them. And then he decided to turn into their logo and then turn into the big monstrous version of their logo. It's like, holy frick. But that didn't really shake me at all. Thank goodness. Yeah, that was shocking, but it didn't shake me at all. So, yeah, he blasted out of the freaking damn hotel room, and then they had no choice but they tried to do something. Then they couldn't. They hid, and then they were like, okay, what we need to... Oh, yeah, I forgot the best part. Slimer Grand Theft Auto. That was awesome as fuck. Slimer Grand Theft Auto. Oh, man, that was so funny. I guess this is a spoiler after all. Sorry, folks. But, yeah, Slimer Grand Theft Auto. And then he had a girl with him. He found a girl Slimer, and he had, like, some pilgrims, ghosts and stuff in there too, and they were just going, that was just funny as freak. And then they decided to actually drive right into the vortex for some damn reason. So, of course, they already nodded and said that, yeah, there's a reactor on the freaking hearse / their vehicle. So they shot at it and they did a reverse thing now. So now it's reversing, sucking all ghosts, and they have to get Rohan in there as well. So, dick move that girls do is kick guys in the balls. So what they shot at his balls. Yeah, he shot at his balls, made him completely weak. He was going there, and then he grabbed freaking Molly. That's not her real name, but I'm just saying Mike and Molly, the person who played Molly, grabbed her and just took her. Oh, thanks a lot, bastard. Now you tell me her name? Kind of. I kind of remember her name, but whatever. Anyways, yeah, she took her down there. I'm like, holy frick. And then Catherine Wigg, that's the person who plays as her. Yeah. So, yeah, she actually decided to go down there, save her. Of course, she had a hooked line. And you had to blast him, grab her, and then Now, at this point, as soon as they came back and their hairs are white or gray, I'm like, now this is the point where we should actually have like part 2 or the second movie that kind of does some tests on them so they can see just in case if they are okay or they have to be worried. But of course, yeah, the next freaking things afterwards, they show their hair go back to normal, which I'm like, okay, you kind of got rid of something that would have been something interesting, but fine, whatever. So yeah, that's how it ended. Everyone celebrated and Ghostbusters, yeah, and the mayor actually now supports them and giving full funding on what they need. So previously they were actually in the Chinese place. Yeah, they were in the upper deck, and now they're in the firehouse like the iconic Ghostbusters. Which I have to admit that part 2 was kind of nice. Just the fact that they're building them instead of just saying plop in the firehouse already. So yeah, as soon as they got into firehouse, there was some dibs calling. Julian got the second floor and everything. Let's see. Oh yeah, and since the freaking first vehicle got destroyed, Patty's uncle, yeah, he came up, and of course, guess who he is? He's a freaking, I forgot his name. But anyways, yeah, so it's the other Ghostbuster who is black. So it's like, oh, that makes sense that it's the uncle. And he's like, where's my car? Where's my car? I need it. I need 2 of them. I just have one. And he's like, yeah, it's kind of funny. So yeah, with all that said, then there goes the end credits. And this is where I'm like, I need to scold freaking Eric, because I'm like, Eric, you fool. You said they have no idea what direction they were going. And if you stay to the end, you'll hear Patty actually listening to a recording. And she said, who's Zuul? And for people who don't know, I'm not a freaking Ghostbusters fan, but watching the 2 other movies, you actually know Zuul is the first person they dealt with in the freaking first movie. So that means that in the second movie, they'll be playing the first movie. But most likely there will be a Keymaster and also Keymaster and the Master of the Key or some kind of crap like that. So there'll be 2 people who will be possessed. I have no freaking damn idea that if the roles are going to be switched. Oh yeah, and also what was her name? Crap. It's like her name is everywhere. I'll remember, but anyways, the person who was always in the 2 Ghostbusters movie, Feldman's love interest, she was in the movie, and she actually is Julian's mentor. So yeah, she was in the movie. Now, as for Zuul, I have no idea if they're gonna switch the roles now, so that who will get it? I don't think Kristen's character will get a love interest, because she kind of seemed like she liked the receptionist, kind of. So I would say Fatty. No offense, people. No offense. I'm not trying to make fun. I'm just saying Mike and Molly, she's going to get a love interest. And that's going to be the person who embodies Zuul. Yeah, so Zuul's going to be a guy this time. And the Keymaster will be a girl. Will there actually be sexy stuff? I'm not sure. But I will tell you that since they did kind of flip-flop the freaking genders, it makes sense that they're going to flip-flop those too. I mean, yeah, it does. Of course, yes, there might be not a romantic thing. It could actually just be the same old crap, but this time no love interest connection. And hopefully please, love of God, know that you just made freaking Micah Molly's character into a lesbian, meaning that same roles, but she's a lesbian. So yeah, frick that crap. Hell no, hell no, hell no. But anyways, there is something to look forward to. The next movie will deal with Zuul and will actually be the actual first Ghostbusters movie rebooted or remixed or remake. This one actually is Ghostbusters Zero. Yeah, this is when they actually became Ghostbusters. And yes, they dealt with a big, massive freaking thing going on. But in the other hand, this is just them starting up and they're not actually dealing with the big bad Zuul. No idea if they're going to do Marshmallow Man again. Chances are they're going to make most likely a different character because they already did Marshmallow Man. To do it again in the second movie is going to be stupid and repetitive. So most likely it'll be something funny. Hopefully it'll be something funny. Hopefully. You know what would be funny as frick? If they actually decide to make Spider-Man the bad guy. Just like, don't imagine anything. Uh-oh, I just imagined something. What did you imagine? I imagined that, that superhero movie, the guy who can climb through walls and stuff. Dumb, dumb, dumb. But of course, they can make it orange and purple. Yeah, make him orange and purple, and then it's like, holy. Yeah, that exactly. But anyways, my thoughts on the movie. I'm okay with it. I thought it was interesting. I mean, just like when it comes to Star Wars, where it's like the lightsabers and I'm interested in it. Because yeah, I'm technically a tech guy. Yeah, I'm aspiring to be a tech guy. So to see the freaking packs and how it works and look a closer look at them, that was kind of cool. So I'm a little bit more interested now. And of course, I'm interested in Julian. But other than that, I would say it's not a horrible movie. I would say it actually was decent. It's a standalone. It looks like a really standalone. I don't see anything that truly was like a big head hitter saying, remember the original trilogy, remember the original franchise, remember it, remember it. It's like I didn't see that getting shoved down my throat. I mean, there's like a few instances like the original cast came back in different ways, and Marshmallow Man and a few other things, but the hearse actually wasn't white. They actually had to paint it white. Yeah, the hearse that they turned into their vehicle, yeah, it was black first, not white. But anyways, that's about all. I say it's a good movie. I say you should definitely watch it, but it's not really my cup of tea. I had to do it, but still, I would say I'm not actually horrified or scared or anything. Just that freaking jump scene got me. But of course, on the other hand, my mom was next to me and she jumped, and I was like, "What the?" Yeah, because it's like, how do I know if that was an interaction I did or I was reacting what she did? Yeah, that's some bull crap, and I demand to be stricken for the record. But anyways, yeah, this has been close to 30 minutes. I would say watch for yourself and see what it is. And if you already watched it, all I have to say is watch the first freaking Ghostbusters movie again. Try to figure out what Zuul is, because that's what's going to be the next movie. And get your brain working. See what you can think of how they're going to interpret Zuul this time. Me personally, I kind of accidentally thought it was the freaking painting guy. Yeah. So it's funny. It's like, if it is the painting guy and I was correct, write it down below, because I would love to actually say, see, they said Zuul is that guy. They said Zuul is the painting guy. But of course, if Zuul actually is the keymaster and all that bloody crap, well, yay. Anyways, thank you for watching. And who you gonna call? Mike Shad.